or?
Perfect, yeah. Well, d'abord, merci beaucoup à l'université qui nous donne cette opportunité de présenter l'Universidad Loyola aux étudiants. Et ça fait quelques années que nous avons un partenariat et nous sommes très contents avec les étudiants qui viennent à Loyola et aussi nos étudiants qui vont sur votre université en France. Et mira, I can also share the presentation, I think. Okay. Okay, I'm going to mix a little bit, maybe French and English, because I studied my Erasmus experience in France, in La Rochelle, and it was one of the best experiences of my life. So we all encourage you to go and experience the opportunity of study abroad, no matter where you go. All destinations are good, but if you finally decide in coming to Spain, and coming to Loyola, Andalucía will be one of the destinations. We're going to tell you a little bit more about our university. Universidad Loyola is part of the Jesuit network of universities. There are some universities in Spain that you may know, like ESADE, Deusto, Comillas, and all around the world, many Jesuit universities, Loyola Chicago, Georgetown, a lot of universities. But we have partnerships with many universities all over Europe and all over the world. So the experience of coming to study to Loyola is very international. You will be meeting a lot of friends and new colleagues from different nationalities. We have nearly 40 different nationalities in our campuses, and the experience is very, very good for all incoming students. Why would you choose maybe coming to Spain? Well, Spain, as you know, is a Mediterranean country. We are south in Europe, and Spanish is one of the most spoken languages now in the world, so it's also quite useful, no, that you can come to study to a university in Spain, where you can choose if you want to study in English or you want to study in Spanish. Students can choose the language of tuition of the courses. In Spain, we are based also in the south. So Spain is in the south of Europe, and Andalucía is in the south of Spain. I don't know if you know a little bit about Andalucía. We have a lot of coast borderline, and we are next to Portugal, very close to Morocco, and the region itself offers a lot of history, culture, and World Heritage cities. We have two campuses, Sevilla and Córdoba. Both of them are based in wonderful cities. Sevilla is the capital of Andalucía, so it's a bigger city, a little bit maybe more population, more cosmopolitan. And Córdoba is about 300,000 or 400,000 citizens, and it is very well connected to Madrid, Sevilla, Malaga, etc. So in both of our campuses, students can choose a wide offer of courses in business, international relations, communication. I'll tell you later on with more detail the different undergraduate programs that we offer in our two different campuses. Andalucía is a region that offers a lot of history, but also an important industry in, for instance, olive oil and other modern industries like construction of Airbus and aeroplanes. And we like to share this also with our international students. So we like to organize trips, cultural trips, also business trips, to give you the opportunity to know more about the region, not only the culture and the leisure time. Well, some fun facts about Sevilla and Córdoba that we like to share is that some of the images of the film Kingdom of Dawn, Games of Thrones, and Star Wars have been filmed in Sevilla, and Córdoba. I don't know if you're interested in history. Córdoba was the capital of the Islam world in 8th century, and that's why we have a lot of reminiscence in the food, the gastronomy, the architecture, and also many words in Spanish come from that Islamic or Arabic heritage, no? That we are proud of also. As I was saying before, Cordoba and Sevilla are World Heritage cities declared by UNESCO. Cordoba has four, is the only city in the world which has four UNESCO declared World Heritage sites. Sevilla has the river, it's a beautiful, wonderful city that mixes modern with tradition, history and architecture. And we benefit of a very good weather, Mediterranean climate. And now we're going to tell you a little bit more about what you can find in our campuses in Cordoba and Sevilla. First, to give you an idea, Cordoba is a smaller city and the campus is very close to the city center. So the students can walk to campus or can ride a bike. Also, we do not offer residencies. We don't have our own residence halls, but the students would live in a neighborhood very close to the campus. And we have agencies which are partners of the university that we know well, we trust well, and students would usually live quite near the campus in a neighborhood that is safe and it's a normal neighborhood where the Spaniards live. And yeah, it's very close to the campus. In Sevilla, for example, the campus is further away in a closed town called Dos Hermanas. So you must be aware that the campus is not based in Sevilla city center, but you have to commute daily in a train, metro, or bus from Sevilla city center to the campus, which is based in Dos Hermanas. We do recommend to students to live in the city of Sevilla because it's much more attractive, it's nicer, it offers more accommodation options, and it's really more fun than staying near the campus. But staying near the campus is also a possibility for the students. Sorry, because there was some noise beside me right now during the presentation. I apologize. So these are some images about from our campus in Cordoba, the one on the picture which is up, the campus in Sevilla. The campus in Cordoba is older, but it's been renewed, and all the classrooms are very modern, and the campus in Sevilla is completely new campus. These are some of the undergraduate programs that you can find at Loyola. As an international student, you are able to choose from all our offer of courses. We always say, please check with your home university, please check at home if you are able to study the courses that you want to do at Loyola, and they would validate those courses for you. And as long as your home university approves that itinerary or those courses at Loyola, you can choose from all our undergraduate programs. The advantage of being a small university familiar campus is that all the faculties are in the same campus, so it's very easy for students to go from one classroom to another one. Classes or the lectures are given in the same buildings, so it does all the students like they cohabit, no? They do the classes and the lives together, no matter what is their field of studies. So this is the undergraduate programs that you can find in Cordoba: business, law, communication, international relations, psychology, and criminology. And in Sevilla, you have the same degrees, but also education, also some engineering programs. It's a bigger campus. We have more programs and a little bit more students as well. Actually, in our website, we have some useful links for international students wanting to come to Loyola, where you can see the exact offer of courses, no, that you can study at Loyola, depending on which semester you are wanting to come, and you can choose or select by language of tuition, by the semester, by the number of credits, etc., etc., etc. Also, one limitation that we put at Loyola, the only limitation that we put to students, is that you have to make sure that the timetables of the courses that you choose are compatible. At Loyola, classes are mandatory, so students are expected to come to class daily, weekly, and that's why you have to be sure that you are able to attend to all the classes. For that reason, the timetables, the schedules are uploaded on the website in July, so before the next academic year starts, and students can see, what will be more or less their emploi du temps, and create their own schedule and choose the courses and the timetables that suit them best. Okay, this is something that we are very proud of. The Loyola 360 is the group of buddies. That's Loyola local students who are very committed to interact with the international students. They help them a lot during their first weeks. Even before their arrival, they are put together. So we would do a matching between incoming students and Loyola students, and like that, every Erasmus student or every international student coming to Loyola would have a buddy that is a Loyola local student, like a mentor, who will be there to ask any questions, solve any doubts. And then also this association of students organize during the semester a lot of activities, trips, cultural activities, visits to, for example, wine cellars, etc., etc. Some of these bodies are intern students at the international office, so we are very much in touch with the activities that they do, and we help and support each other, and we have like that feedback of what the students need or what the students would like to do, and also we can give some support organizing some of the activities. In terms of housing, well, as I said before, Universidad Loyola, we do not have residence halls, but we do provide help and information in terms of accommodation by recommending different agencies in the city. Usually international students share apartment with other students. That can be Spaniards, international students, and it's always the habit here is always to have an individual room with a key, and maybe you share a flat with the common areas, but each one in an individual room. Another option would be living with a local family. If you decide to live with a local family to get that experience and more immersion in the culture, then you can tell us at the international office, and we do the matching, and we will put you in contact with a family that we know is a trustable family and is in the same in the same page, no, of values and admission of our university, and that we know is going to look after the students very well. This information about the living expenses and the life in Cordoba and Sevilla is uploaded on our website. We have PDF documents for each city, and students can find there some maybe tips about the life. For example, siesta is a very typical thing that some people have heard about from Spain. Not everybody does siesta, but it is true that some shops, for example, close at lunchtime and then open again in the afternoon. This is something to be taken into account, something cultural. There are different tips and living expenses which are on these PDF files, documents. If you would like to apply for an Erasmus or a semester abroad at Universidad Loyola, what you have to do, the way to do it is first apply at your home university, go to the international office there in France, and gather information about the deadlines and the requisites that your home university has for doing the Erasmus. Your university will do a first selection. They will communicate us at Universidad Loyola, and once we have the names of the students, we will send you an online link where you can do the application. We send you an acceptance letter before coming to Loyola, especially if any one of you needs to do a visa process. That should be done in time. And the acceptance letter from the university is also helpful in case of renting an apartment or for some processes, for some things. And then before coming, we would have an online meeting with the selected students to inform a little bit with more detail about the academic calendar, the process of registering for your classes, uh, help with the accommodation, the buddy program, more information about the university, how it works, etc., etc., etc. The registration of the courses is also done online before arrival, and we have a lot of information on our website about the content, the syllabi, as I said before, the timetables, and the offer of courses that you can choose as an international student at our university. And then, well, I needn't say much, maybe about the Spanish culture. We like enjoying life outdoors, and of course tapas and flamenco, and those are some of the things that you can enjoy here, and knowing a little bit more about our culture. Depending on the semester when you are coming, of course, the spring semester offers more festivals and typical holidays like the Feria and the Holy Week, which is very popular in Andalusia. But fall semester also benefits from very good weather, and there are other activities also going on in the cities of Córdoba and Sevilla, and we would always try to make you participate in those activities and make you part of the city, no? And enjoy the experience as much as possible. Well, this is a final tip that we like to say as a kind of joke to international students. Try to learn a little bit of the culture. Try to seize the opportunity of learning some Spanish and integrating a little bit with the locals, making Spanish friends as well as with the international students. Well, try to get immersed a little bit, no, or get some of our culture. And that's all. I'm sorry that I spoke a lot and I didn't give the opportunity to my colleague Erika to speak. Maybe she will kindly answer to your questions. We are looking forward to hearing any comments, questions, or doubts that you may have. And thank you very, very much for your attention. Thank you once again to Université pour cette opportunité. I'm happy to share here in the chat. I will write my email address and Erika's email address. My email address is a Miguel, that answers for Alejandra de Miguel. I'll write down Erika's email address, En Lozano, Erika Natalia Lozano, at uloyola.es, and a general email students where you can address any question, any query, whatever information you need, you can write to the 3 email addresses that I wrote on the chat.
Okay, thank you so much for the presentation. I think it was clear. So, do we have questions? And student, you can ask in French if you want.